Hey, what's up guys? It's Jsmith Gaming here. Hope you guys are having a great day. In today's video, we're going to be going over how to Barch at Town Hall 3. Barch is a great strategy for farming. It's quick to train and easy to use. This is actually going to be a continuation of our Let's Play series, walking you through all the Town Hall levels. Feel free to check out the previous episode, the Town Hall 3 upgrade guide. But before we get started, if you guys could, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. It really does help me out, get noticed by the YouTube algorithm, just helps grow my channel overall. So now that we got that all over and done with, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, I hope you guys are just as excited as I am for this episode. I think Barch is a great attack strategy, and for those who don't really know what Barch stands for, it's pretty simple. It's just Barbarians and Archers. So there's two things that I've really noticed with this attack strategy, and that is there's two different types of bases that you will find. And there is those with exposed defenses and those who are kind of tucked away, similar to a base like this, where the defenses are behind walls or behind a lot of buildings, etc. So what we're going to go ahead and do is show you the difference between the exposed and the ones that are tucked away. So we're going to go ahead and start with the exposed ones. So we're going to go ahead and start out with Gray Jaro. These bases are a lot easier to attack, but what I found is that typically the bases with exposed defenses are actually the ones with less loot. So one of the first things that I did here, as you guys can see, is I went ahead and took out the splash damage. You want to take out the splash damage as early as you can with Barch, because the mortars will one-shot your archers and basically two-shot your barbarians. So what I did is I went ahead and took out the mortar early on, sniped that off the bat, and then I always deploy the barbarians first. So the barbarians go ahead of the archers. And the reason that is just because the barbarians have a much higher hit point rating than the archers. They can tank a lot more damage than them, and it's just basically the tanking for the archers. That way they can sit in the back line and just deal all the damage. So this is a pretty simple strategy, but it does get a little trickier when it comes to those bases where the defenses are more or less tucked away. So let's go ahead and get into replay number 2. So in this next replay, we're going to be covering Jinbana, and it's a similar type of base where, as you can see, the mortar is tucked out. And so as you guys can see on the mortar, there's two circles here. The outer circle is the ring where the radius of which it can shoot, but this inner circle here is where it's a dead zone. And in the dead zone, the mortar tower could not attack your troops. So it's a good idea to put in your archers and your barbarians in there, just so they can go ahead and take care of it without taking any damage from the mortar itself. And so my thought process here is that now that the mortar is taken care of, I need to get inside and go ahead and take out these defenses. So I put the barbarians down first, let them take the damage, and just follow it up with the archers behind them, and they're just going to go ahead and clear this out nice and easy here. So that's really the main key, especially on these exposed bases, is just try and get rid of the mortar as soon as you can, because that's the biggest threat to the Barch army composition overall. Alright, so now on to the bases with the tucked away defenses. So like I said earlier, these bases, from what I've noticed, tend to have actually better loot overall, but it also happens that with Barch, when you're attacking these bases where the defenses are tucked away, chances are you're probably not going to 3-star all the time. And so what you're going to notice here on this base is, even though it doesn't have a mortar tower, what I'm trying to do is actually pick off all the exterior buildings on the outside. And the reason I do that is just to get some percentage. That way I can at least secure a star and get the bonus for winning a raid. It's the league bonus. So if you didn't know, when you get it to 400 trophies and above, you actually get entered into Bronze League, and then when you start winning raids, you actually get a bonus for like an additional loot bonus for winning the raid and getting a star. So as you can see, put the barbarians down on the exterior side of the base, first, so that way they could tank for the archers and then just let the archers put them behind them and just let them clean up. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is get into the next replay, and we'll go ahead and see what happens there. Alright, so what you're going to notice on this one is because they have the mortar tucked away, what I'm going to go ahead and do is, honestly, I'm not going to really try to pick off any of the defenses. I'm just going to go ahead and spread out the barbarians around the base and then follow up with the archers. And quick base building tip here, as you can see, he has a clan castle on the inside, but in reality, what he should have done, because he, at this town hall level, if you're not in a clan and you don't keep clan castle troops actively in your clan castle, go ahead and swap that with the cannon. So what he should have done, if I was base building this, I would have swapped the cannon with the clan castle, and it just helps the overall defense as a whole. So as you can see, I put the barbarians down, and this is a pretty big loot raid. And as you can see, they're circling the base, doing some damage overall to all the collectors and the storages, which is great to see. And Barch is one of those strategies where it's not necessarily a 3-star strategy, but it's just so fun and easy to use, and it's honestly just kind of mindless. You just put the troops down in a circle and just put the barbarians down first and the archers, and then you're good to go. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and do some live raids. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I look for in a base, and really just what type of bases I look for, and really how to attack them. So as you can see, looking around, trying to get some pretty good loot so I can fill up my storages. And as we're cutting through this, alright, so this has 10k. So this is a gold mine right here. So alright, so we have cannons and some defenses down there. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to check to see if they have a clan castle, which they don't. That's great to see. And we're going to go ahead and put some archers, like I said, in that kill zone where it can attack us. So as you can see from that corner slot, it's hitting them, but by this area right here, I guess it's just not attacking them. So what we're going to go ahead and do is put one up there, and we're going to go ahead and try to clear out this section right here where this archer tower is, and get that taken care of as soon as we can. Alright, so those barbarians are going in on that, and we gotta save some for down here as well. So hopefully those troops can take care of that archer tower. We're gonna go ahead and wait to see what happens there. And so just holding on to these troops, making sure they get onto that. Alright, so they definitely have that. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is deploy all the barbarians right here, split them up, and I'm gonna go ahead and disperse the archers around that. So that should be a 3-star, guys. As you can see, an exposed base, and this actually has some amazing loot on this base. So this is a great pickup, great find. This is what, like the 3rd search I had. So overall, great pickup, no complaints at all. What we're gonna go ahead and do is, as these troops clean up this base, we're just gonna go ahead and just recap one more time, and we're actually gonna do one more live raid after this, so that way you guys can just see overall what I look for. And like I said, guys, if you haven't checked out any of my previous videos, I'm doing a complete Let's Play series on all of the Town Hall levels. So if you guys are looking and new to the game, stay tuned for content, because I'm going to be posting content on a bunch of Town Halls. I already have a decent amount of content out there for other Town Hall levels. So go ahead and feel free to check that out. And yeah, this is go ahead and wrapping up to be a 3-star. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next raid. Now that raid's done, I'm going to go ahead and train up the army for the next raid. Go ahead and get that done. And what I'm going to do now is, I've actually farmed so much, I'm going to go ahead and dump some of this. I'm going to go ahead and train. Let's go ahead and upgrade these barracks. And I need to dump some of this gold as well. So let's go ahead, select the wall, upgrade that, just because I need to dump the gold. And now let's go ahead and start this next raid. Alright, let's see what we can find. Wow, that's really... that doesn't really have a lot of loot. Let's go ahead and keep searching, keep trying to find a base that I can find. Because I'm a Town Hall 3, but I keep winning these raids, my trophy count is going up so fast, which is a good thing and honestly kind of a problem at the same time, because I'm going to start getting matched with players that I can't really hit against. So let's go ahead and see. As you can see, another exposed base. So we're going to go ahead and throw that there, throw some on that, throw some on that, and it looks like there's actually a hog in there. All right, please. Oh my gosh, if that mortar fires onto that group, that could be really bad. Okay, it didn't. So now I think there's one last, or there's 2 defenses left, but we have a lot of archers. So we're gonna go ahead and dump a bunch on that. Dump the last 4 barbarians on that, and that should be GG right there. Gonna go ahead and put some over here just to clean this process up a little bit, speed it up. And as you guys can see, even though it's not necessarily meant to be a very strong 3-star strategy, it's very easy if you find the right base to actually pull off 3-star attacks and actually get some great loot. As you can see, I just put my storages all the way back up at full again, and honestly, like, you guys can do this. There's a ton of other strategies that I'm going to be showing you guys, so please stay tuned, leave a like and subscribe for more Town Hall 3 content and just other Town Hall levels as well, because I just want to help you guys be that person who I didn't have to basically help me become the better player overall, and honestly just cut off a lot of mistakes and things I didn't know early on. So this is wrapping up pretty nice. That's going to be 3 stars, and that's going to be it for this video, guys. I just want to say thank you guys again for taking the time, for actually staying with me this long in the video. That's awesome, and please stay tuned for more content. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.